I had heard about this Caitlin Clark, and I was like watching videos of her just like having like 40 points, like averaging a million in high school. And I was like, oh, this girl thinks she's going to come here and rule the world, you know, like whatever. It's going to be, you know, whatever. And there she did, came in right away and ruled the world. And I was like, all right.
Kate Martin stepped into the WNBA with strong expectations, but her journey quickly became challenging as the former Iowa standout, who played a vital role alongside Caitlin Clark in leading the Hawkeyes to back-to-back Final Four runs, struggled to find her footing with the Las Vegas Aces, where her playing time steadily declined. Her opportunities faded, and her confidence took a hit as the team that was expected to nurture her growth seemed ready to move on. However, everything changed after a pivotal phone call from Caitlin Clark, and in a recent interview, Kate revealed the moment she realized Las Vegas was no longer the right place for her, how that conversation reignited her motivation, and why her move to the Golden State Valkyries became more than just a team switch. It marked a complete reset and a powerful new beginning.
Your two Iowa teams left a mark on women's college basketball, but also women's basketball at large. Is that like kind of crazy to think about? Like you were a part of something that was a catalyst.
Yeah.
To see how it all began, you have to go back to Iowa before Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin brought national attention to the program, turning every game into a major event through performance alone, with Caitlin delivering the highlight moments while Kate anchored the team, proving she wasn't just support, she was the system itself.
Remember, you have that summer before, and she was doing things that I had never seen anybody do before. And as a freshman, to come in and have that kind of confidence, like not everybody has that. Like I was like, oh, I haven't really seen anything like this. And so we knew she was going to be outstanding. And then, yeah, at the beginning of the year, we had some big wins, and there was highs and lows that year for sure. But, you know, it took us a little bit to figure it out. But yeah, it obviously turned out better than I could have ever expected.
Looking at the 2023 and 2024 Final Four runs, most people focus on Caitlin Clark putting up 40-point games and breaking scoring records. But a closer look shows Kate Martin delivering 13.1 points and more than 7 rebounds per game. Production that reflects leadership, not just a supporting role. As she understood her real strength wasn't competing for the spotlight, but lifting Caitlin and the entire team, serving as the glue, balance, and steady force that kept everything working together.
What did you notice about Caitlin's like work ethic?
Yeah.
Was there anything that stood out?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she was in the gym constantly.
Yeah.
And it was like the way she approached everything too was like, it was like with a sort of excellence. It wasn't like, oh, I'm just going to go through the motions and like whatever. It was like, no, like I'm here to kick your butt in every single drill, every single practice. Like, and especially whenever our like gray squad guys were playing against us, it was like, if you're across from me, you're my enemy, you know? Right. And like, I think that's just kind of how you have to approach things to get better. And she had that, you know, next level mindset, and it really just...
Revisit the classic Final Four matchup against South Carolina Gamecocks that stunned the previously undefeated squad. And it becomes clear why Kate Martin calls it the defining performance of her career, as she impacted every part of the game, directing teammates, securing rebounds, shutting down driving lanes, and managing screens, while staying composed in high-pressure moments, creating space for Caitlin Clark to operate and steadying the team whenever things became tense, demonstrating a level of leadership and presence that can't be taught and often makes the difference in championship-level success.
Like, kind of like a favorite highlight, like getting to the Final Four.
Yeah.
Is it beating South Carolina and breaking their streak? Is it, you know, getting to the final game? Like, what would have been the moment?
I would say beating South Carolina.
Yeah, no, fair.
Was like,
that was incredible.
That was like the best moment ever. Cause like, we like all believed that we could make it to a Final Four. And so we were just like, all right, we made it to a Final Four. Like, let's go. This is great. We didn't think we were going to really make it to the national championship. Like the undefeated South Carolina, they're like Twin Towers down there, like just a very long, athletic, good team. And so when we like executed that game plan perfectly and beat them, that was probably that's like still probably my career high.
What truly set Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin apart went beyond basic chemistry. It felt instinctive, as if they operated on the same basketball frequency, with Kate anticipating when to attack the boards after missed shots and Caitlin naturally finding her for clean opportunities or quick passes that led to team scoring, creating a dynamic that functioned as a complete system rather than just a partnership, where Caitlin's confidence expanded because the game became easier around Kate, and Kate's impact deepened because she had Caitlin's full trust.
Looking back on it, and then even just talking to you now, it's like, yes, Caitlin is like a big focal point of the team.
Yeah.
She's going to have to do a lot of the scoring, all the things. And you, it's almost like good cop, bad cop or something.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mean it in like
No, yeah.
literal terms, but she just had to like be herself, and that
Yeah.
was going to win you games. But
Yeah.
then you had to come in and kind of be like a calming effect and that. So I'm actually really curious, as these teams start to take shape in 2023 and then 2024, like what was your leadership style in conjunction with a player like Caitlin, but also the rest of your...
There's no misunderstanding Kate Martin's role. She handled the hard, often unnoticed work that rarely shows up in highlights, setting strong screens to free up Caitlin Clark for difficult shots, adjusting defensively to cover for risks, and battling for offensive rebounds to give Iowa extra possessions.
Like the calmer presence and being like, hey, like, look me in the eyes, you know, deep breath, like it's all going to be okay. And I think like the leadership style that I really had was just like trust. Like she trusted me because she had seen me like putting in the work in the gym. She knew how much I cared. Like I was only 2 years older than her, but like she believed that like I had her best interest in mind, and like I showed her that over and over again. Like I built a relationship with her outside of basketball. I tried to build relationships with all my teammates outside of basketball, so it wasn't like the only time I'm talking to you is out on the court and telling you like, hey, like you can't do that, or like, hey, like do the, you know, whatever. Is like,
it's called relationship.
The Iowa Hawkeyes weren't dangerous just because of their star in Caitlin Clark. Their edge came from having the perfect counterpart in Kate Martin, whose presence elevated the entire team.
If we needed to get across to Caitlin, you know, like it was like Kate, like that was like my job at times. And then like her junior and sophomore year, like she had done so much like work on herself and like how to be like a great teammate and all of us together, that like I didn't need to like, I don't know, like do all of that. Manage that as much as like I had in the past. But I felt grateful that, you know, she trusted me enough and like I trusted her enough too, to where like it was a working relationship. And so then, I just kind of did that with all of my teammates. And I felt grateful that like I was the person who...
Kate believed that the Iowa Magic, built on chemistry, toughness, and smart play, would carry over into the pros. But instead, she ran into a harsh reality with the Las Vegas Aces after being drafted, as what followed felt like a gradual slide out of relevance, while stars like Aya Wilson and the veteran core handled nearly all meaningful minutes, leaving Kate on the sidelines watching her opportunity fade. Early in May, she averaged around 20 minutes per game, a solid start for a rookie. But by September, that dropped to about 11.5, with her scoring dipping to roughly 2.6, 1.6, and 6 rebounds, numbers that don't reflect her ability, but rather how limited her chances became as a player who won.
Curious. So now that you are into your second year, like what do you think, what makes the WNBA so difficult to play in?
Man, I mean, I just think the physicality, speed, smart players, like really smart players. And people have been around for so long, honestly. I mean, I'm just thinking back to like New York. They're massive. They are, you know, like, they're very, very, very good. Like a lot of these people have been playing professional basketball for a very long time. Like you really do, but like it's just hard, as you know. Like there's only 12 spots.
When the playoffs came, the situation became even clearer. Over 6 postseason games, she saw only 3 minutes of action, and that level of usage sent a blunt signal rather than showing any development path, making it evident that Kate Martin's role with the Las Vegas Aces was never truly part of a long-term plan.
Not easy. Like people who average like however many points, like it's honestly so impressive. Like I've never been more impressed by basketball than like now. Like basketball is a simple game, but that doesn't mean it's easy. It's an easy game. But yeah, like people work really hard. They are long, they're big, they're fast, they're physical. So me just like having to learn how to be patient, play off of 2 feet, play in control. That is something, you know, I'm still working on, because sometimes you're like trying to do the right thing always and like make the right read, but then you forget like, hey, just go.
WNBA veteran Sue Bird has often explained how the league's speed, physicality, and tactical depth can humble even the most accomplished college stars. And those observations aligned closely with Kate Martin's transition, where what initially looked like a normal adjustment period instead began to feel like a stalled path forward, especially when she was asked to make an impact in very limited minutes off the bench, a challenge that even experienced players admit is extremely difficult, since producing consistently in short bursts requires a rare level of readiness and influence that few can sustain.